The line. I will cross the line, Juanita thought to herself as she stood baking in the sun on the corner of Abraham Lincoln and Benito Juarez. If only there were water or hope, things might be different. The only waves in this part of the world were radio waves. One of them crashed against her with a trumpet as the blue Honda pulled up. A teenage girl, wizened through no fault of her own, turned down the radio and stared at Juanita. The two sized each other up and determined that their birthdays probably fell within a year of each other. Juanita saw the tattoo of Wile E. Coyote on the girl's arm, and she knew this was the stranger she was told to look for. Without a word, Juanita got into the car. Nombre? The girl asked. My name is Juanita, she responded in clear but accented English. You speak English right on. Yes, not perfecto, but good English, I think. Tu piensas bien, the girl responded. Very good English. I'm Morgan, you know, like the rum, she said as she uncuffed her t-shirt to cover any sign of the tattoo. Here, put this shirt over yours. She handed her a hot pink appliqué t-shirt. Juanita struggled to get the child-sized garment over her curves. What is prom? Prom queen. Prom, like dance. You're the queen of the dance. Morgan handed her a ponytail holder. Put it high on your head like mine, and you should comb that hairspray out of your bangs. Juanita went to work on her crown. Did you get the list of questions? See, yes. Did you practice your answers in case they ask? Juanita nodded. Just remember, if they start asking you questions, start your sentences with the word like, and then pause. Like, for example, who's the president of the United States? Like, George Bush, of course. Juanita smiled and accepted the slightly worn passport. An anonymous girl, similar to herself in skin tone and bone structure, stared back at her. She had a name, she had a face, but in Juarez, she was unidentifiable. The trumpet pushed its way out to the edge of the song and melted into a guitar. The line magnetized Juanita. A mournful voice sang, Justicia, tierra, libertad. Morgan shifted into third and headed north. It was only a mile to the border. Juanita could have walked it on a beautiful day like today. You were on time, that's good. Yes, I am punctual. How did you learn English? Morgan asked, trying to light a cigarette at the stoplight. Mi mamá, she worked in a maquila, and they read. Juanita looked to Morgan for approval of her verb. Read? Morgan responded. They read her English and made them practice. Juanita proceeded to tell her newfound companion in woven Spanglish that many of the factory workers resented having to go through these exercises in their own country. It was hard enough being a machine without having to worry about some new skill. There was only so much capitalism they could tolerate. Many of them moved their mouths and nodded their heads to pacify the jefe, but paid no more attention to the English language than they did the American government. What others saw as an annoying imposition, Juanita's mother saw as a free education for herself and her daughter. After all, raising a daughter alone in Mexico was not the American dream she had heard of. 106.7 Órbita Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico. The radio announcer's voice boomed through the speakers, grounding them to the desert. Es la hora de rock. What kind of music do you like? Morgan asked. It seemed frivolous to both girls, but a welcome distraction from the heat of the sun and the Mexican government. Thalía, Alejandro Fernández. Juanita began her list. Y la papá también. She shook her prayered hands, acknowledging Vicente Fernandez as the Mexican god that he was. The TV didn't always work, but the radio always had batteries, a necessity in the colonias, electricity being as unpredictable as the price of souvenirs. Luis Miguel, Led Zeppelin, Shakira, U2. Morgan smiled and shook her head. That's what I love about this country. She puffed on the Marlboro knockoff. ¿Cuál? Juanita brushed the limp bangs out of her eyes. This country, your country. She pointed at the radio. I love that this radio station, Orbita, really does play Luis Miguel and Led Zeppelin. Where else in the world are you going to find that? Juanita shrugged her shoulders. I love that you guys don't have the I love that you guys don't have the FCC, the Communications Commission. No edits, no bleeps. They just spin the truth, man.